Well, the year 2025 really sucked, apparently for everyone, but definitely for me. And now being 2026, I just want this to be different. I want this to be better, okay? My life absolutely sucks. I'm turning 26 next week, and I'm exactly where I was in life when I graduated high school 8 years ago. I have nothing for myself. And it just really sucks, and it's made me really depressed for the past few years. And I need to try and move forward because this ain't it. This is not how I want to spend the rest of my life. And so far, it seems like nothing's really moving, nothing's really changing. I mean, things aren't necessarily getting worse, but they're not really getting better. And at the end of the day, it's really all up to me. Like, I need to keep pushing and keep moving, and I'm feeling really stuck. So I'm taking advantage of the fact that this is a new year. It's literally January 6th right now, which, fair enough, it's like 6 days into the year, but whatever, you know? So let's try and change this, or I guess, yeah, move forward really is what I'm trying to focus on, because fixing things, it's hard, but moving forward, it's easier. So yeah, I'm rambling now. Now, it is already Tuesday today, but I'm gonna call yesterday, Monday, kind of like a blip day, like a day off, because for one, I've been quite sick since the new year, so yesterday I just felt extremely exhausted. And then I also had to run a few errands for my parents, so I just kind of, the day slipped away from me. But today is a new day, and although I did wake up quite late, I feel like I have more motivation than I did yesterday. I cleaned up a little bit of the mess that I made yesterday. I washed all my dishes, which had been collecting for days because I hate washing dishes, but it's done. I also got dressed and did a little bit of makeup, which was to try to make me feel a little bit better, but I don't love how it came out. Gray eyeshadow is fucking tough. So anyways, now I need to go to the store because I'm running out of toilet paper, which is very necessary, especially when I'm sick and I use it to blow my nose. I also need to grab some milk, and then maybe I'll grab something for lunch. We shall see. But let's go. Okay, well, since I'm sick, I decided to get one of these little health shop thingies. This one is called Garde du Corps, which means like bodyguard, I guess. And it has pineapple, ginger, and curcuma. I don't know how to pronounce that in English. Curcuma? No, that sounds wrong. Whatever. That yellow powder. Ugh, I'm scared. I've seen people shop those, because I've never actually had one, and it usually looks like it's disgusting. Oh, that does smell pretty bad. I don't like ginger, so should I just do half? Yeah, half. How many is half? I don't know. Oh. Oh, dear Lord. Oh. That burns. That is so disgusting. Ew. Oh, Hannah. I guess the other half is for tomorrow, but ew. Also, it's so fucking expensive. I honestly got it because now I have the list of ingredients and I could try to make it myself. Oh no, it burns. This is worse than having a cough. Why? It is now 6 p.m. and I have done absolutely nothing since I ate. I might have eaten a little bit too much, but I am just so exhausted. I'm blowing my nose constantly. And I'm just so freaking tired. I laid on the floor for a while, and all I want to do right now is go to bed and take a damn nap. But I've been awake for barely 6 hours. Why the frick am I so tired? I don't know. I'm just feeling very annoyed and frustrated because I don't like being this freaking exhausted. Honestly, I should have just bought an energy drink while I was at the store and chugged the motherfucker, but I did not think about it. I'm so tired. My entire body is tired. My body hurts. Like, why? My arms hurt. Oh, my neck hurts. Everything hurts, bro. And I'm coughing. I just want to sleep and cry. We're not off to a good start. I did prepare my bullet journal for the week this morning, though. So at least we have this going on. I don't know what to do. I'm so annoyed. It is now 8:30, and yes, I have toilet paper in my nose because I got a little nosebleed. I've been getting them every day since the New Year's. Yay, yay, yay. Because I'm sick and I'm blowing my nose. Anyways, all I've done since my last update is take a fake nap. And what I mean by fake nap is that I go in bed, as if I'm gonna nap, but then I just end up scrolling on my phone, and somehow it still works. It still makes me feel more rested and everything, because the risk with taking naps for me is that I fall asleep, I never wake up. So this is what works. But now I'm feeling a bit better. I'm gonna have a little snack, and then I'm gonna contemplate what my next move is. I definitely need to take the trash out, and I kind of want to do a little brainstorming about my intentions for the year and my intentions with this, like the vlogging. So we'll see. But for now, I will keep watching The Hobbit. I love the movies. All right, it is now Wednesday. It's already past 12, but I'm dressed. I did my makeup. I had my breakfast. I'm finishing my tea. And the plan for today is quite simple. Wednesday, I'm trying to turn this into my laundry day. So I'm going to take all my laundry to my parents so I can wash it there. But then I have work at 2. So the plan is to drop off my laundry, have lunch at my parents', then go to work, and then come back to work to my parents, actually wash my laundry and leave it there to dry because I don't feel like spending money at the laundromat. And then coming back here and hopefully be somewhat productive for the rest of the evening that is left after all that. But I need to get going now, otherwise I won't have time to have lunch. And it's also really cold outside. It snowed throughout the night, so the roads might be slightly icy. And I'm really hoping that my Timberland boots will do the trick, because last time it was snowing, I was walking around with my Uggs, and I fell on my ass, okay? And I almost died a couple of times. Like, it was fucking slippery. So I'm really hoping the Timberlands will do it, because otherwise I got nothing else. Okay, I am not prepared for snow. I don't think anyone in the fucking city is, because usually snow doesn't stick to the ground here in Paris. Okay, it snows and then it turns into water. But the other day, it actually stuck, and it became a lot of freezing, or what's it called? Black ice, I guess they call it in English. Really dangerous. So that's the plan for today. Ooh, I should finish half the shop that I left from yesterday. Oh my god, it's disgusting. Here's the monster. Oh, it's more than half. Ugh. All right, let's do it. Cheers. Oh, Lord. It's spicy. Oh, it's so disgusting. Ugh. Happy to be done. Look at this. It's completely snowed and iced. I'm doing pretty well. So, but damn. Wow. Okay, that's actually so pretty. Look at that. Such thick snow. And it's been untouched. This looks crazy. Like, what is this? This is not Paris. I am walking on straight up just white snow, and there's a bunch there. It just feels so unreal. I don't remember last time this ever happened here. And we are back at my own place, and I have a bowl of chips here in front of me because I'm getting a little snacky. But yeah, I ended up doing my laundry at my parents', so I left it there to dry. I'll go pick it up tomorrow, or hopefully it'll be dry by then. I think so. And then yeah, I just chatted a little bit with my younger brother who got home while I was still doing laundry. And now I'm back and I feel annoyed. So I got annoyed earlier with my sister, who was also home, and then she went back to her city. She was home for the holidays, so she's gone. I got to vent and rant with my brother, which was nice because it made me feel a bit validated and like, oh, I'm not the crazy one. She is sometimes a bitch. But now I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do for dinner for tonight. I don't feel like having soup, which I did last night. I don't feel like cooking anything. I don't feel like nothing. The only thing I feel like eating tonight is sushi, and that's the one thing I can't afford. And then I still don't think I'm gonna go work out. I still feel tired. So I don't know what to do myself. It's also too late now to like feel productive. Well, maybe I'm just making excuses. I don't know. I'm just annoyed. So I'm gonna be eating chips while I finally finish watching the Hobbit movie. I have like 10 minutes left. Not even. We'll see from there. It is now 11:45 and I don't know how long I've been sitting here at my desk doing absolutely nothing but doom scrolling. I even started rewatching Wizards of Waverly Place for no goddamn reason but to just entertain my brain because I simply refuse to do anything. I don't know. I'm feeling like really stuck. I'm honestly excited to have therapy tomorrow because I don't know what the heck is going on. Like, why is this year starting off so crappy? Why do I feel mentally completely stuck, like I'm paralyzed? I can't do anything. When it's very clear what I have to do, you know, like I should be showering, I should be washing my dishes and going to bed. It's not that hard. And yet I've been sat here for over 3 hours doing nothing. Oh, I'm feeling so annoyed, like almost overwhelmed with the frustration that I am currently feeling about myself. I don't even think my grammar makes sense anymore. Honestly, I blame the coffee that I drank at 5 p.m. because why did I do that? I mean, look at this. How am I supposed to get started? Mind you, this here is where I lay my dishes to dry, and it's felt... why do I do this to myself? Okay, well, facing that just got me extremely mentally overwhelmed, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and shower and get ready as if I were going to bed, and then we'll see if I feel like I have the mental energy to do anything else. But if not, then it's okay. I can always just deal with that tomorrow. It's basically the story of my life, and that's how I get stuck doing nothing. But you know what? This is what it is. All right, well, I showered, did my skincare, put on my pajamas, and I also went ahead and did one load of dishes. Turns out there's not that much. I mean, still a lot, but it was just like very bulky things, so it looked like much more than it actually is. All right, good morning. I mean, good afternoon. I don't know. It's 12 p.m. What am I supposed to say? Good lunchtime? Ugh, whatever. My hair looks crazy, so let me just stay like this to hide it away. I've been up for about an hour. I went to bed at 3 a.m., which I know, ridiculous, but in my defense, I was somewhat productive last night before bed because I washed all the damn dishes. I cleaned up my desk, and I even cleaned up some of the floor stuff, or stuff that I had thrown on the floor over there. So, you know, worth it? I don't know, but I don't have to do it today, which makes me feel kind of better this morning or this lunchtime. Anyways, my issue now is that I need caffeine, but I don't really have any caffeine besides black tea, which feels not strong enough. So I'm like, should I buy an energy drink? Should I just invest and buy some coffee that I can reuse? Because that's the thing, energy drink, you finish the can and it's over. But if you buy some of that instant coffee, you got a lot. But I prefer the flavor of energy drink over the flavor of coffee. I don't actually like coffee, so I only get the ones with like a shitload of vanilla, hazelnut, chocolate, whatnot. I'm feeling fruity today, as in energy drink fruity. Well, whatever I decide to get, I need to get dressed, because I can't shop at the store like this. I'm not American. Here we are, dressed, makeup on. I did end up getting a little Celsius, and now I'm having lunch. Well, fuck me. I was about to lock in and actually get productive, and then I got a text asking me if I can do some tutoring in less than an hour. And it takes me half an hour to get there, meaning I would have to leave in 10 minutes. I still haven't replied because I'm conflicted. Like, on one hand, yes, I need the money. Of course, I'll take a gig when I can. Hello. But on the other hand, I was hoping to get other shit done, so I'm kind of tempted to say no. Like, it's so last minute. So I'm kind of like, too late for today. And she also asked me today and tomorrow, so like obviously I'm gonna say yes for tomorrow, but today I'm like, I kind of want to say no and get productive, because I can't just go another day without being productive. It's driving me insane. And then I have therapy tonight, so I was planning to go to my parents for that, to do therapy over there and then pick up my laundry, and I just don't feel like going a back and forth. Oh, also the fact that I have to leave in 10 minutes if I say yeah, it's just bugging me. All right, it is many hours later, so I did not end up going to work. I did end up going to my parents, though, to pick up my laundry, and I did have therapy while I was there, and that was helpful, somewhat. So yeah, I am now back at my place. It's past midnight. Thankfully, I already had dinner while I was at my parents', and now, really, I should be getting ready for bed, because, yeah, I mean, my laundry is folded, and it's in my bag. I could put it away, I guess, but I'm just feeling kind of overwhelmed and just bothered mentally, so I feel like I should just shower and get ready for bed and then just start over tomorrow. It's just, I don't know, like, it kind of helped therapy in the moment, but then as I'm like sitting with my thoughts and everything, I feel like I'm back where I was before therapy. Like, it gave me some clarity and then the clarity disappeared, so that's not great. Ugh. I hate my brain. Trigger warning. I got a nosebleed while I was washing my face. Like, what in the world? It tastes disgusting, and my sink looks like a murder scene. How did that I was just washing my face. Oh. It is Saturday, 3:15 p.m. and I'm extremely frustrated and upset with myself and the entire fucking world, okay? This has gone so badly, like the entire week. It's just, it makes me so mad because it's no one's fault but mine, you know? And it's just, nope. Yesterday I thought I was going to be more productive and everything. I barely got any studying before I went to work. At like 4 p.m. I left, so I had plenty time, but I woke up fucking late, and then it was just so hard to like actually focus and get started on my studying. I ended up studying like what, 45 minutes before I went to work. And then I came back from work, it was what, 6:30, which was early enough, and I did absolutely nothing. I came back and I was hungry, so I made myself a little snack, started watching some shows, and then that was it. I couldn't get done anything. Like, didn't even wash the dishes, nothing. I just completely paralyzed, froze my brain. I don't know. I call that my anxiety paralysis. I feel like I've already mentioned it. And just nothing. And now my place is a mess. It's Saturday. I ended up going to bed at like 2 a.m. for no goddamn reason. I was so tired that I didn't even put an alarm, so I ended up getting out of my bed today at 1 p.m. And I'm still in my pajamas. All I've had was a little bit of breakfast, and I've done nothing. And it makes me angry, it makes me frustrated, especially because today I do have to go run an errand for my parents. That's gonna take at least 2 hours. And it needs to be done by the end of the day. And I don't know. It makes me so mad. Like, look at the state of my place. This is my kitchen table. I had to blow dry my hair yesterday because I washed it, and this is, yeah. And then the kitchen, this is empty. Look at all them dishes. What the fuck? A giant mess. At this point, I'm just fucking mad with myself and with everything because I feel like I'm fucking exhausted, and I really want to blame it on the fact that I'm still sick. Like, I'm still blowing my nose every 30 seconds, and I'm still getting daily nosebleeds. I feel like has to count for something, but that's just me making excuses, okay? Like, getting one nosebleed and blow my nose every 30 minutes should not be an issue to get anything else done. Like, that doesn't take my whole day. Like, that's just me making excuses for not wanting to do anything. In my defense, that is also part of just shitty mental health, but again, that's just excuses, and I should not just be accepting that and letting myself rot. I should be trying to work around that, work with that, and still do something. And I am not. Alright, it is now past 5. I took my sweet ass time, but in my defense, I did organize a bit over there. So I cleaned up a bit of the clutter as well as the table. But now I really need to run that errand for my parents. So we'll see what time I get back. Alright, what is now Sunday? It's 1 p.m. My hair looks cray-cray because I just got out of bed. But yesterday was by far the worst day of the week, if not one of the worst days of my life, because I genuinely thought I was gonna die. No joke. I genuinely thought that was it. I was like, I'm out. Peace. It was quite scary, actually. Quite very scary. So the errand I had to run for my parents included some cleaning, and I fucking hate cleaning, okay? And I was already very much emotionally overwhelmed by just crappy week, being frustrated, bad mood, just all over it. So I started crying while I was cleaning because I fucking hate the fact that I had to be doing this. So I was crying, and because I've had a runny nose, when you cry, it gets even more runny. So I'm also blowing my nose all the freaking time. And what happens? I get a nosebleed, of course. But this was just no ordinary nosebleed, okay? This one takes the fucking crown, okay? So I'm bleeding very fast, and I'm doing my little nose tampons, which consist of me taking like one square of toilet paper, fold it in half, roll it up, and it's like a little nose tampon. So I'm putting up a nose tampon, and as I'm preparing the second one, it's already bleeding through, and it's like dropping, and it's dripping. And thankfully I was over the sink, but the sink was all red, and it was just getting messy, and I was crying even more, and I was just so freaking frustrated. And it keeps bleeding and bleeding to the point where I've done like 5-6 nose tampons in a row, and it's still bleeding through. And I'm like, fuck? So I decide to just double it up. I take 2 little squares of toilet paper, take my little nose tampon, and I'm pretty freaked out already because this is a lot of bleeding, more than usual. So then I pull out my phone to make a Snapchat to my friend who I've been complaining to about my nosebleeds. So I was just like, bro, like, look, this is fucking crazy. Like, this is scary. Like, I'm bleeding so much. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So I have that extra thick tampon up my nose. And as I'm complaining on the video, you can see the blood is already starting to like seep over it. And mind you, it's twice as thick, twice as dense. So it's not bleeding through as fast as the other one. And it's a bit more like, you know, so as I'm complaining, crying in a video, I'm like, it's still bleeding through, it's still bleeding through. What do I see? Blood coming out the second nostril. And that's when I was like, oh my fucking God, I have so much blood coming out, and because this toilet paper is too thick, it's coming out the fucking second nostril, and that freaked me the fuck out. This was the first time ever I had blood coming out both nostrils, and that really scared me because I always get my nosebleeds in the same nostril. So seeing it in the second one, I was just like, oh, I'm bleeding out and I'm gonna die right now. But it gets worse, it gets worse. So I'm realizing that it's just too much blood coming out this nostril, and it's going into the second one, and it's starting to get in my throat. Like, I can feel the blood in my mouth and my throat. So I'm like, fuck no, this needs to evacuate through the nostril because I'm not about to be drinking all that blood. It's disgusting, it tastes really bad. No. I'm extremely overwhelmed by all the blood, and I can feel something thicky, mucusy in the other nostril, the one that's usually clear, and that freaks me out because I'm like, bro, I can't breathe from nothing now because I feel the blood here. Just no. So I pull this one out, and I can feel, and I'm thinking maybe it's boogies coming out this way. So I decide to blow out this nostril. Okay, so not this one because it's still bleeding. So I blow out this nostril, and a chunk comes out of my nostril, like a chunk, like a blood chunk, and that creeped me the fuck out. I was just like, what the heck is happening inside my nose? And it was a big chunk. So now I'm scared the fuck out. I'm looking in the mirror and I see a piece of something in this nostril, like a thick something, and I'm like, oh, I swear to God, for a second I was just like, brain matter, my brain's coming out my nose. That's genuinely what I thought for a second before I realized, okay, that doesn't make much sense. But it was just something thick here blocking my nostril, and I was just like, I need to pull it out. I tried to pull it out with my fingers, it was not coming out. So I went ahead and blowed my nose, even though I was currently bleeding, which is something I usually don't do because that just makes it all more scary. But I blew it out, and twice as big, a chunk, like I'm talking shit that comes out of you hoo-ha when you have your period, right? So I'm pretty sure that's just how blood clots, like it's clotting, am I saying that? But anyways, but it was in the sink, just 2 big blobs of like dark maroon jelly. I had never had that in my nose ever. Usually when I get a nosebleed, once it stops, later on I blow my nose and there's a little bit of clotting coming out of my nose just because whatever. But this, bro, I don't even know how it had the space, and how, I don't know how that happened, but it was like, I'm talking like this splat, like it was so fucking scary. But yeah, I was convinced I was gonna die. I tried calling my sister who was studying to be a doctor, but she did not pick up. I had already tried to call my parents, they did not pick up. So I was convinced I was just gonna die there alone, bleeding out. Thankfully and surprisingly, once the clots came out of my nose, the bleeding kind of stopped. Confusing, I don't know what the science behind this, but whatever, it kind of stopped bleeding. So I was just like, oh my God, finally. The whole place looked like a murder scene. It was disgusting. That whole poor sink, the walls was splattered with blood and everything. It was disgusting, and I thought I was gonna pass out. So I was just like sat on the floor, and I had like a towel with me just in case I started bleeding again, so I wouldn't get blood all over the floor. But that was quite fucking terrifying. That clotting that came out of my nose, never ever in my life I'd seen it like that. Not out of my nose, okay? I'd seen it out of my hoo-ha like that, TMI, but my nose? Oh, that was so scary. And it still doesn't make sense how there was immense space. Like, what? How much hollow is there in there for that to have had space? Anyways, but I drank a bunch of water. I had that little applesauce. And yeah, so I did finish the cleaning. I didn't make it back here until 1 a.m. though, so I just had some food and then I went to bed. Not great. Did not expect my day to go like that at all. Yeah, I'm not going to show you clips of what happened yesterday because it's way too disgusting, but I did save them because I need proof that shit actually happened. That's insane. And when I actually sent those to my sister told me, you keep those and show them next time you go to the doctor because I genuinely don't think that's normal. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna have breakfast now. Have a little bit of chocolate cake that I pulled out the freezer, and then I'm just gonna reflect and see what I do with the rest of my day. and how I finished this week, which has been extremely awful and disappointing. But that's the reality of my life. It's always awful and disappointing. Ugh, well, that's one way to start the day. Alright, so it is past midnight, although in my mind it's still Sunday because I haven't gone to bed. And it's time to close this video up. I spent most of the afternoon editing all the clips that I've collected throughout the week. And safe to say that it was a crappy week, okay? Like, I accomplished nothing. I was miserable. And facing all those clips and myself was kind of like a slap in the face of like, God damn, it really does suck, huh? And it's really up to me to make a change. So let's just hope next week is going to be better. And I do have one goal for the upcoming week, one thing I've prepped for, and that is to schedule my days more, okay? Because I waste a lot of time just sitting around doing nothing. So I kind of set up a little schedule for myself. I already taped it, but this is my ideal week schedule. So all the crisscross is sleep and then different color coded. The goal is to use this as an ideal like daily template, so I don't sit around and waste as much time, and I kind of have like dedicated time to different things so that hopefully I can be more productive and get more studying in, because that's my priority for this year, so actually get studied and move forward with my degree. So I'm gonna try my best, and hopefully this helps, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, all there's left to do is keep trying.